Charmaine, and my guest today is a 29-year-old designer from Chicago, Illinois. And in 2006, she won Best in Show at the Illinois Institute of Art for her graduate portfolio show. And she's here today to talk about Lifetime's hit reality show, Project Runway Season 14. Help me welcome Miss Laurie Underwood. Welcome, Laurie.
Hi, how are you?
I am good, and congratulations again for making it on the show out of thousands of hopefuls. What was that reaction like for you when you got the call to know that you're going to make it onto the show?
It was amazing. At that point when I got the call, I was like, I already won. You know, out of all of the designers that want to be on the show, that was my ticket to show people who I am, my brand, and what I stand for.
So what is your brand and what do you stand for?
My brand is Wanda Grace, and I design for women who have to work but love to play. I design pieces that allow them to command the room with style, and my pieces come along with a concept of empowering women through style. So that's my brand. I design ready-to-wear dresses that are colorful, they stand out. So yeah, that's my brand, Wanda Grace, and that's what it's all about.
Now, where did the name Wanda Grace come from?
Wanda is my middle name. I wasn't too keen on that name growing up, but I wanted to polish it up. So that's when I added Grace, and I said I wanted my clothing line to say my name without saying Laurie Underwood like other designers. So Wanda Grace is definitely a representation of who I am.
Okay. Now, where did your passion for fashion come from? Was there someone in your family that was an inspiration? Was there a designer that you admired growing up?
My passion for fashion came from growing up around women who were very into their style. My mother, who had like 50 million pairs of shoes. I didn't really have access to a lot of fashion growing up, like fashion magazines, cable television. So when I saw fashion, any chance I could get, it was just like I was a kid in a candy store. So that is where my inspiration came from, just wanting to explore the industry, explore the opportunity.
So Project Runway is now in its 14th season. Why did you decide to audition now for Project Runway?
Well, I have received emails in the past about auditioning for the show, and I would be like, reality television is not for me. That's not something I'm interested in. No, don't want to do it. Put it in the trash. But I was working at my day job one day, and I just said, why am I here if I can't do what I love? And that next day, I got the annual email from Project Runway casting telling about the auditions. And at that moment, I said, why not? And that is why I decided I just wanted to take a risk and go beyond what I was doing.
Now, how did you get on the annual email list? I'm sure many people say, hey, wait a minute, I'm not on that list. How did you get on the list?
I feel like I don't really know too much about it, but I feel like it's just a pool of designers that are scoped out in different cities. I don't think it's a special list or a VIP list or anything, but I think it's just a general list of designers that are in different cities.
Okay.
I mean, if you make a name for yourself in your city, then, people contact you if they want to.
Oh, okay, so you're going to make a name. So for those of you that are listening, make a name for yourself so you can get on that list, okay? So that's good. So that means you're really good. Well, of course, we know that because you made it onto the show. Now, I wanted to ask you this question because when you're on the show and you guys are designing, and I'm sure it's like every other day you guys get a brand new challenge. Do you ever get, how writers get writer's block? Do you ever get like designer's block or creativity block when you're in that room and you have to create something that's special and you just did an outfit 2 days ago? Do you ever get that sometimes?
Well, on Project Runway, I got that block a lot. I never get designer's block. But on Project Runway, I didn't. One, because we were not going to move a lot like I thought we were going to go. I'm inspired by fabrics and color. And it was just a lack of a lot of inspiration to be inspired by. I was so inspired by previous seasons that I had saw. I just feel like this season was a little different. But it was still fun and challenging, and I'm glad those challenges exist because I was able to challenge myself to design, without so much inspiration all the time. So they were very challenging. So yeah.
Now, I know that you've been in the bottom a few times, and actually last week, I thought you were going to be going home last week, but Lindsay went home. Did you think you may have been going home last week? Because that seemed like a pretty tough challenge last week.
I did think I was going home, and I know I teared up because I did not. When I went on Project Runway, I said, if I am eliminated, I will be okay. I just don't want to be eliminated on something I did not believe in, something that I did not like, what I designed. So that was a struggle for me. And yes, I thought I was going home. Was I surprised that Lindsay went home? Absolutely. Did I love Lindsay's dress? Absolutely. So, yeah, I was surprised.
Now, I noticed from the judges' comments that you were having a little problem with some of the shears these days because on last night on the Make It Sell, you guys did a challenge for justfab.com, creating a piece that they were going to mass produce online. And so last night was another issue of you showing the sheer part of the boobies. And I wanted to know, what is it about sheer that you really like, but yet in the design room, you don't notice how sheer and see-through it is?
It's not something about sheer that I like. That sheer came from another designer, which was Candace. The original design I had was just not going to be flattering on the model I had due to her body type. Not that there's an issue with her body type, but my design would not have worked for her. So at the last minute, I'm like, okay, who has fabric? Candace had some black organza. I said, I'll take it and do what I can with it. So it's not that I have, okay. I don't even design with sheer in my regular life. So it was just make it work. Use what you have, get what you can get, and make it work. So it wasn't really me using my design aesthetic on the show like I really wanted to. It's just use what you have and make it work.
Okay, now I'm so glad you explained that. So that's good. So that's a very good explanation. And what were some of the main struggles that you were having throughout the show that you could talk about, and that the next time, if you ever get an opportunity like this, or just even in your current work, that you'll be able to overcome?
There was lack of sleep. Lack of sleep and just lack of things to be inspired by. I'm not that designer that works like that. I need something that's inspiring, and people work differently, and that's just how I work. I need to go to the fabric store. Like, I want to go to the fabric store every challenge. Okay, like that's how my design process starts. So unfortunately, that wasn't the case. But, I was still in it. I wanted to achieve my goals and objectives of going on the show, and that was achieved. So, I'm good. It was great.
I could hear the passion in your voice. I want to go to the store every challenge.
I
could hear that.
To go to move. Like, I can live there. Like, I'll sleep here. You all go back to the apartments, but I need to, look and hunt and see what's what. Okay.
Now, since you've been eliminated off the show, what have you been working on? Any new projects? I know you have your line Wanda Grace. So what have you been up to?
I've actually been up to a lot, and Project Runway comes with so many opportunities, new clients, traveling opportunities, interviews, just so much. And it's about how you respond to the situation and how you capitalize off of that opportunity. So I think we're all winners. Anybody who's casted on Project Runway is a winner. Mm-hmm. So I've just been working on just rebranding my brand. I'm now expanding into a lifestyle brand that actually just launched a minute after I was eliminated. I had a strategy. I had a plan. It's all how you respond to the situation, and that's what I'm working on right now. So I'm continuing to work on my success with Wanda Grace.
Now, do you have a website where people can go online and check out your fashions?
I do. I have a website, wandagrace.com. You'll be able to find my dress shop, and also lots of style, beauty, and inspiration.
Wonderful. And again, thank you so much, Laurie, for coming on the show. And then congratulations. Like you said, you are all winners. What a great attitude to have, because that's just an attitude that we just need to take through life. So again, congratulations. And I want to remind the audience to make sure that you tune in on Thursday nights to Project Runway Season 14, 9, 8 Central on Lifetime. Again, thank you so much, Laurie. It was a pleasure having you on the show.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Lady Charmaine live on Right.